So very good morning to all of you. Today we are going to start our new topic of square and square root. That is exactly calculating squares of a number. How we can calculate square of any number, right? This is very easy topic. And even without teaching you also I can ask you, right? So first tell me, okay, or I can say additional properties of square of numbers as well. Okay, so we are going to see first those properties. Okay, very good, Piyush. Next. Your first property is sum of first and odd numbers. Very good, Safwan. Sum of first and odd numbers is given by n square. Is given by n square. So sum of first and odd numbers is given by n square, students. Okay. Now let me explain you how. Let us see example. Okay. If I'm writing only one number, right? Only first odd number. Sum of n odd numbers, sum of first and odd numbers will give you n square. So if I write 1, can I write 1 as 1 square? Okay. So 1 is nothing but your 1 square is equal to 1. 1 plus 3. Okay. 1 plus 3 is 4. Now 4 is square of which number? 2 or not? Are you getting, students? Please tell me. Right, even you can unmute yourself and tell me. Next, 1 plus 3 plus 5. Sum of 3 consecutive odd numbers, right? 1, 3 and 5. 5 plus 3, 8 plus 1, 9. 9 is 3 square. Isn't it? Are you getting? Okay. Rohan, that is only I'm explaining you which number is n means. See, sum of first and odd numbers is given by n square. So if you add two numbers, see here I am adding two numbers, I'll get 2 square. If I add first 3 odd numbers, I'll get 3 square. If I add first 4 odd numbers, see here. Okay, if I add first 4 odd numbers, okay. So suppose first 4 odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7. So already we have summed this 9, 9 plus 7, 16. It is 4 square or not? Okay. So here n is equal to 1, here n equal to 2, here n equal to 3, here n equal to 4. Okay, let me show you one more example. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. 16 plus 9 will give you what? 25 or not? And 25 is 5 square. N is equal to 5. Right. So everyone got this? Yes, it is lengthy, but you don't have to do all this sum, right? You don't have to find all such these things. This just I have shown you so that you can understand this property. You have to remember just this property, that sum of first and odd numbers is n square. Sum of first and odd numbers is n square. That's it. It should start from first. Okay, so if you are adding two numbers, two odd numbers, you will get 2 square. If you are adding first 3 odd numbers, you will get 3 square. If you are adding first 4 odd numbers, you will get 4 square. And if you are adding first 5 odd numbers, you will get 5 square. So everyone understood this? Anyone is having doubt? If you got this, type yes in chat box or click yes on participants box. Okay. Now I want to show you one more thing. Yes. That is Pythagorean triplet. Okay. How many of you know about Pythagoras? Yes, n is number of odd numbers, Samarth. Okay. Okay, Pythagorean triplet, everyone. Who will tell me? Yes, Pythagoras or mathematician. Yes, Rohan, will you tell me? Just unmute yourself. Can you unmute
Sir, he
yourself?
was a mathematician.
Yes, he
I
was.
know about him. We learned the Pythagoras theorem of the right angle triangle.
Right angle triangle, right? Yes, in right angle triangle, what do you know by Pythagoras theorem? Yes, Safwan is also written in chat box. Shivansh, can you tell me?
A square plus B square equals to C square.
Very good. A square plus B square equal to C square. And what should be your A, B, and C? C should be your hypotenuse.
C is the hypotenuse.
Yes.
A and B acute
Yes.
sides.
Very good. So for Pythagorean triplet, if I say three natural numbers A, comma B and C are said to be Pythagorean triplet. And you should always write P capital whenever you are writing Pythagoras or Pythagorean. Why? Because he is mathematician, right? And when you are writing name of any scientist, mathematician, or name of any person, the first letter should be capital. So Pythagorean triplet is A square plus B square equal to C square. So what is the condition for Pythagorean triplet? Yes. A square plus B square is equal to C square. Now, let us see few examples. Now, can anyone give me any examples? Just raise your hand. Few examples. Right. Example number 1. Yes, Samarth, tell me. I can't hear you, Samarth. 3, 4, 5. Very good. So if I'm taking A as 3, B as 4, and C as 5. Okay. So let us check here for 3, 4, 5. We can satisfy this condition or not. So here A square plus B square, that is 3 square, 9, 4 square, 16, it is 25. And C square is also 25. Yes. So it is satisfied here. Okay. For these three values. Okay. Next. Okay. Who will tell me next value? Okay. Anything, any observation, right? 3, 4, 5. After that. Anyone? Yes. Shivansh is telling 6, 9, and 11. Let us check. 6, 9, and 11. So 6 square is 36. 9 square is 81. 6 plus 1, 7, and 8 plus 3, 11. But 11 square is 121. Right, so we cannot take this. Okay, so 6, 9, and 11 not. Safan is telling 2 square plus 4 square is 20, but Safan, we want another natural number, right? Whose square is 20. C should be a such number whose square is right? Apurva is telling 14, 2, and 8. Apurva, when did you join? You were not present in the starting. Can you hear me, Apurva?
Yes, sir.
Yes. When did you join the class?
Sir, about 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay. So see, few students have got module from chapter 1 to 5 and few students have got module from chapter 1 to 7. So don't worry about it. Okay. Just what we were having were distributed. When we receive new modules, we will give you new modules as well. Okay. Is it clear, Apurva?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us check this. 2 square is 4, 8 square, 64, 68. No, this is also not good. Okay. Sanvi, no, 1, 2, 3 is not good. Okay, let me give you one thing, right? Don't see. Yes, Nishka, I can take 7, 24, and 25. But let us take small examples first. Yes, Varsha. So if you multiply 2 here, can I write this as 6, 8 and 10? Check. 6 square 36, 8 square 64. Okay, so 36 plus 64 is 100 and 10 square is 100. So both are same. Yes. Yes, Samarth, we can take 5, 12 and 13 as well. Everyone clear with this? Okay, let me show you one more example. Okay. 5, 12, 13. Then one more example is 24, 7 and 25. Okay. 5 square plus 12 square. 5 square is 25. 12 square is 144. Their sum will give you 169. Right, and 13 square is 169. 7 square plus 24 square, 576 will give you 625, and 25 square is 625. Yeah, 6, 8, 10 we have already taken, na Piyush? Here, 6, 8, 10. So I hope everyone got this thing about Pythagorean triplet. Everyone understood Pythagorean triplet? Right, everyone, yes. Yes, Safwan, we have already written 7, 24, 25. Right, just type yes in chat box, or you can click yes on participants box. And if you are having any doubt, ask me. Right, yes. Even you can unmute yourself and you can speak yes sir, yes sir. Right, I want to hear so many yes. Okay, so if it is clear, just unmute yourself and tell me yes sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
great, great. Okay. And after speaking, make sure that you are muting yourself again. Okay. Now, so what I'm going to show you now, right, that there is the most important property based on which we are going to solve so many questions. See here. So for every natural number m greater than 1, for every natural number which is m greater than 1, so I should take value of m from 2 to infinite, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to infinite. So for every natural number m greater than 1, 2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1 form a Pythagorean triplet. 2m, comma m square minus 1, comma m square plus 1 form a Pythagorean triplet. Okay, now let me show you how. First, you understood this, right? For every natural number m greater than 1, 2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1 form a Pythagorean triplet. Now let us check this. Okay. So suppose I am making one table here, 2m, m square minus 1. So it should require 4 columns, right? And I can take few rows here. And we will check in 6, let us take 6 columns, 7 columns, right? 1, 2, 3 for this, right? And we'll check in 2 columns. Okay, so 5 columns, and let me take few rows. Yes. Just a minute. Okay, can you see this table, students? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now let me increase its size. So here I will write value of m, in second column 2m, third column m square minus 1, fourth column m square plus 1, and in fifth column I'll check. Wait, Shivansh. Exactly, proof is not in there our portion, right? Just we need to remember that equation directly. Okay, but I can show you proof, don't worry. Okay. No. It is not necessary that for only this values Pythagorean triplet will form. Wait, I will explain you each and everything in detail, right? Don't worry. See, for each m greater than 1, right? Suppose I am taking here m. Okay. We'll take here m. Here I will take m square minus 1. Okay. Or in the same sequence, I can say 2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1. Right, and here we will check that it is forming Pythagorean triplet or not. What we are going to check? Suppose this is A, B, and C. So we are going to check A square plus B square equal to C square or not. Okay. So this is generally our check portion. Check. So in the question they are specified that, not question, the property m should be greater than 1. So if I am taking value of m greater than 1, so I should start value of m from 2 or not, students? Tell me, how many values I can take for m? Okay, 2, 3, 4. Please type in chat box. Right, can you tell me? Yes, 2, yes, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. Okay, like this, I can take so many values. Let us take these values as of now. So for m equal to 2, what is the value of 2m? 2 into m is 4 or not? 2 2s are 4. Now m square minus 1, 2 square minus 1, 4 minus 1 will give you 3. Okay, let me show you here. 2 into 2 will give you 4. 2 square minus 1 will give you 3. 2 square plus 1, that is 4 plus 1 will give you 5. So let us take a square plus b square equal to c square. 4 square plus 3 square equal to 5 square. Is it true or not? Right. 4 square plus 3 square equal to 5 square. We have already checked this and we already verified this or not? 4 square plus 3 square equal to 5 square. Great. Now, similarly, let us check for m equal to 3. So 2 into 3 will give you 6. 3 square minus 1, 9 minus 1 will give you 8. And 3 square plus 1, 9 plus 1 will give you 8 or 9, 10. Okay. So this also we have verified. 6 square plus 8 square is equal to 10 square. Right. 6 square plus 8 square equal to 10 square. We have verified this as well. Please give me some response. Are you getting, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, very good. Now if I check for 4, m equal to 4. So 2 into 4 is equal to 8. 4 square minus 1, 16 minus 1 is 15. 4 square plus 1, 16 plus 1 is 17. So if you check for 8, 15 and 17, definitely you will get, right, 8 square plus 15 square. Okay, see, 8 square plus 15 square, 8 square is 64. 15 square is 225. 5 plus 4, 9. 6 plus 2, 8, and 289 is 17 square. Okay, so this is also true. Is it clear, everyone? Okay, 17 square is 289. Like that, you can check for each and every other values of m, 5, 6, and 7. I think this much examples are enough. Right, then for m, value of m equal to 5, 6, 7. राइट, वो वैल्यू और आपकी बढ़ती जाएगी, तो थोड़ा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड हो जाएगा, तो अभी के लिए इतना है। ये वैल्यूज आप घर से ट्राई कर सकते हो, यू कैन ट्राई दिस वैल्यूज फ्रॉम होम, राइट। जस्ट आई वांटेड टू एक्सप्लेन यू दिस प्रॉपर्टी, इज इट क्लियर और नॉट?
Yes, sir.
Now let me show you one thing, right, that I think Safwan was asking or Samarth was asking. Let me check in chat box. Yes, sir, only for this values Pythagorean triplet will form. So let us check that. Here we have seen one example, 7, 24 and 25. Okay. 7, 24 and 25. Now I need to compare these values with 2m, m square minus 1 and m square plus 1. Now tell me students, 2m is always even number or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now from 7, 24 and 25, which number is your even number? From 7, 24 and 25, which number is your even number? 24. Okay. So I should compare 2m with 24 here. Yes or no? To get the value of m. Please give me some response. Yes. So what is the value of m here? M is equal to 12 or not? 24 by 2, 12. So since m is equal to 12, now understand this carefully. What should be your value of m square minus 1? It should be 12 square minus 1, 144 minus 1, which is 143, and m square plus 1, which is 12 square plus 1, 144 plus 1, it should be 145. So according to 2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1, your three numbers should be 12 to the 24, 143 and 145. They are perfect square, I agree, right? But here, can I write 7, 24 and 25 in form of 2m, m square minus 1 and m square plus 1? No. Okay, can I write 7, 24 and 25 in terms of 2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1? No. But they are Pythagorean triplet or not? Are this number Pythagorean triplet? Are this number Pythagorean triplet? Okay, yes. So what is note here is, see, note, right, 2m comma m square minus 1, m square plus 1, yes, m square plus 1 always be c, yes Rohan, m square plus 1 always be c, 2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1 always forms Pythagorean triplet, form Pythagorean triplet, 2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1 always form Pythagorean triplet, but every Pythagorean triplet cannot be expressed in the form of 2m comma m square minus 1, m square plus 1. Okay, every Pythagorean triplet cannot be expressed in the form of 2m comma m square minus 1, m square plus 1. Is it clear? 2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1 always form Pythagorean triplet, but every Pythagorean triplet cannot be expressed in this form. Everyone understood this statement? Right. कि यहाँ पे आपका 2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1 में आप जो भी लिखोगे वो तो Pythagorean triplet होगा ही. But if you are taking any Pythagorean triplet, you cannot write each and every Pythagorean triplet as like this. Right? Your example is 7, 24, 25. So this is your just example of this. Everyone got this? Sir, it is like every rhombus is kite, but every kite is not rhombus. Yes, exactly, Safwan. Right, it is like that only. Every rhombus is kite, but every kite is not rhombus. Okay. Now, yes, converse is wrong. Okay. Now let me show you last property. Okay, so everyone understood these properties, right? Right. Now we are going to see so many examples based on this property in 8M 6.2's exam corner. Right. But before that, let me show you one more thing. And now we need to increase our speed, right? We need to increase our speed because according to course planner, we are lagging behind by 1 to 2 weeks. Okay. So we need to increase our speed a little bit. Don't worry. This speed is okay, na? Ha. And Shivansh was asking how we got it. 2m m square minus 1 m square plus 1. So Shivansh, it is just observation C. If I am taking 2m as A, m square minus 1 as B, and m square plus 1 as C. So here a square plus b square is equal to 2m whole square plus m square minus 1 whole square. Now do you know formula of a minus b whole square? 2m whole square is 4m square. Okay. Shivansh, do you know formula of a minus b whole square? So this is your a square minus 2ab plus b square, isn't it? Right. So this is equal to 4m square plus m to the power 4 minus 2m square plus 1. 4m square minus 2m square will give you 2m square plus m to the power 4 plus 1. So if you check c square, it is m square plus 1 whole square, a plus b whole square, that is a to a square plus 2ab plus b square. So it is m to the power 4 plus 2m square plus 1. So see, your result number 1 is also same and result number 2 is also same. See, a square plus b square is also giving you 2m square plus m to the power 4 plus 1, and c square is also giving you m to the power 4 plus 2m square plus 1. So from 1 and 2, can I say a square plus b square equal to c square? Okay, so this is the thing. Now let me show you one more property. That is last property for 6.2. That is exactly a product of consecutive even or odd numbers. Okay. Do you know this property? Right. If I multiply a plus 1 with a minus 1, what I will get? A square minus b square. Do you know this? A plus b, a minus b equal to a square minus b square, students? No. Okay. So just see here, if I am multiplying a plus 1 with a minus 1, I can get a square minus 1. Okay, if I multiply a plus 1 with a minus 1, I can get a square minus 1. Can you see this? Right. A plus 1 into a minus 1 is equal to a square minus 1. Okay. Now, see here how this came, right? So if I multiply a plus 1 with a minus 1, so first a with whole bracket, a into a minus 1, then 1 with whole bracket plus 1 into a minus 1. So this will give me a square minus a plus 1 into a minus 1, that is plus a minus 1, plus a minus a will get cancelled out. This is a square minus 1. Is it clear? Now why we are writing this, right? So see here, if I am taking different values of a, just understand this, if I am taking values of different values of a here, suppose I am taking value of a as 1 first. Okay, let us check here. So if I take value of a equal to 1, okay, yes, see. So for value of a equal to 1, can I say this 1 plus 1, but 1 minus 1 is 0, so I cannot take value of a as 1, but I can check as well. So it is 1 square minus 1. Check. 1 minus 1, 0. 0 into anything, 0. And 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 square, 1. 1 minus 1, 0. If I take a equal to 2, right, so this is what 1 plus 1, 2. Right. So first let me write this. This is nothing but 1 plus 1, 2 into 0 is equal to 1 square minus 1, that is 0. Okay. Now if I take value of a as 2, okay, so 2 plus 1 into 2 minus 1 is equal to 2 square minus 1. 2 plus 1, 3, 2 minus 1, 1, 2 square is 4, 4 minus 1 will give you 3. Are you getting my point, students? Right, please give me some response, right? Everyone, are you getting this pattern? Right, I will. Okay, see, we are going to write this pattern in the form of words. So first try to understand. If I take a equal to 3, so 3 plus 1, 3 minus 1 is equal to 3 square minus 1. 3 plus 1 is 4, 3 minus 1 is 2, 3 square, 9 minus 1 will give you 8, and 4 into 2 is also 8. Okay, so if you check here, so 0 into 2, this is product of two consecutive even numbers. Right, product of two consecutive even numbers here, 2 into 4. Yes or no? This is product of two consecutive odd numbers. Or let me show you one more example. Suppose I am taking a equal to 4 as well. So 4 plus 1, 4 minus 1 is equal to 4 square minus 1. 4 plus 1 is 5, 4 minus 1 is 3. 5 into 3 is 15, which is 4 square minus 1. Okay. So if you observe these numbers, so if you multiply two consecutive even numbers or odd numbers, see which numbers are even here. 0, 2 and 2, 4. Okay. Just try to observe this pattern. If I multiply two consecutive even numbers, 0 and 2 are consecutive even numbers, 2 and 4 are consecutive even numbers, what I will get? It is always 1 less than a perfect square, 1 less than a perfect square, 0 into 2 and 2 into 4, 1 less than a perfect square. In the same way, if I multiply two consecutive odd numbers, 3 into 1 or 5 into 3, it is 1 less than a perfect square, 1 less than a perfect square, it is 1 less than 2 square and 1 less than 4 square. Are you getting this, students? So product of two consecutive even or odd numbers will give you 1 less than a perfect square. Right. So a minus 1, a plus 1 are what here? A plus 1, a minus 1 are two consecutive even numbers or two consecutive odd numbers. So if you multiply two consecutive even numbers or two consecutive odd numbers, it will give you a square minus 1. That is 1 less than a perfect square or 1 less than a square. Right. Let me write this in words. Then you can ask your doubts if you have any. So for any number a, right? So the value, sorry. Okay, just a minute. So here the value of product of consecutive odd or even numbers will always be 1 less than a perfect square. Will always be 1 less than a perfect square. Okay, everyone got this? Okay, so the value of product of consecutive odd or even numbers, if we are taking consecutive odd or even numbers, so the product is always 1 less than perfect square. Tell me, if you got this, shall we start our questions of exam corner? Everyone? If any student is having doubt in this last statement or this table, you can ask me. Right? Just raise your hand and you can ask me your doubt if you are having doubt in this question. Anyone? Okay, in this statement. So for 8m 6.2, we have learned so many statements. Our first ever statement was sum of first and odd natural numbers is will give us n square. If three numbers a, b, c are satisfying this condition, a square plus b square equal to c square, it will give you Pythagorean triplet. Yes, Madhusudan, I will. And for every natural number m greater than 1, 2m, m square minus 1, m square plus 1 form a Pythagorean triplet. And this is the note, it always form Pythagorean triplet, but every Pythagorean triplet cannot be expressed in this form. Okay. Yes, you can apply that formula, Safwan. And this is just proof of that statement, a square plus b square equal to c square. Right, this is just extra. If you don't write this, then also no issue, right? Because this is just as extra. It is only for, right. Shivansh was having doubt. So this is just as extra. So if you want to write, you can write. If you don't want, you cannot. And a plus 1 into a minus 1 will give you a square minus 1. So Madhusudan, yes, you can apply this. So if a plus 1 into a minus 1 is a square minus 1, from this table we got that a product of two even numbers or product of two odd numbers will be always 1 less than a perfect square. Product of two even numbers or product of two odd numbers is always 1 less than a perfect square. And the value of product of that only product of consecutive odd or even numbers will be always 1 less than a perfect square. Yes. So now in formula book, what you have to write? Okay. So first, all these things with examples and tables, whatever I have explained you today. Okay. In formula book, today's homework for formula book, you have to write all these things first one time. Okay, with examples, whatever examples I have given, and only statements, right? Whatever statements I have written in form of this yellow marker, statements what I have written with yellow marker, light green. Okay, that statements you have to write 5 times. Everyone got this, right? Only statement 5 times, and with example only 1 time. Only statement 5 times, right? Which statements? See, sum of first and odd numbers, right? And here this statement is with okay, let me make this statement yellow as well, or light green, I can say. Okay. Okay. So this statement, this statement, this statement, right, and this statement. So all this statement you have to write 5 times. Okay. Now here, wait, few students are asking something. So first, Samarth. Sir, if A is even number, then the number which are multiplied will be always odd numbers. Yes, Samarth. If A is even, A plus 1, A minus 1 will give you odd. Okay. And if A is odd, A plus 1 and A minus 1 will give you even numbers. Sir, the number which is 1 less than having any connection with A or not, sir? Yes, it is having connection with A. See, if you are taking two even numbers, see, 0 and 2. So just tell me what is the number between 0 and 2? What is the number between 0 and 2? 1. What is the number between 1 and 3? 2. What is the number between 2 and 4? 3. What is the number between 3 and 5? 4. So this is the connection between them. Okay, that's it. Is it clear? But it is difficult to write them in form of words. Okay, so better that we can remember that connection in the form of this formula only. Right. Now let us start our exam corner. Okay, so let me add new page. This is our 6.2. Okay. Question number 1. Which of the following can be expressed as a sum of two consecutive integers? Right, understand this. Sum of two consecutive integers, and that also I have to show you. Don't worry, I will show you that. Sum of consecutive integers. Wherever possible, find the two consecutive integers. Okay. But before that, question 1. Which of the following can be expressed as . sum of two consecutive integers. Find them if possible. So this is your question number 1. In this, they have given you 4 questions. The first question is 15 square, right? I think okay. Next question is 23 square. Third question is 112 square. And fourth question is 98 square. But for that, first let me give you this property. Right, I haven't shown you this property in formula book. Let me show you that first. Sorry. Okay. So here, this done. Okay. Now, new property. See, every odd perfect square number can be written as sum of two consecutive integers. And how we can write this? See here. No, odd perfect square. 3 is not a perfect square, right? So every odd perfect square, see, you know that, right? Square of odd will give you odd and square of even will give you even. If n square is your odd number, it can be written as n square minus 1 by 2 plus n square plus 1 by 2. So these are your sum of consecutive numbers. N square can be written as n square minus 1 by 2 plus n square plus 1 by 2, where definitely your n should be odd number. Right. Now let me explain you this with examples as well. Okay. So first, if you add them, n square minus 1 plus n square plus 1 minus 1 plus 1 will get cancelled out. N square plus n square, 2n square by 2 will give you n square. Okay. Yes, Shivansh, right? You all can try this exercise by yourself, but let me show you a few examples, right? So if I take n equal to 1, right? So 1 square is odd number. 1 square is equal to 1, and it can be written as 1 minus 1 by 2 plus 1 plus 1 by 2. Okay, 1 minus 1 by 2 is 0, plus 1 plus 1, 2 by 2, 1. So 1 square can be written as sum of two consecutive odd numbers or not. Okay, now if I take next n equal to 3, can I take n equal to 2 here? Students, can I take n equal to 2? No, because n is odd number, right? Yes, n is odd number, yes, only odd number. So 3 square is equal to 9. So it is equal to 9 minus 1 by 2 plus 9 plus 1 by 2. 9 minus 1 is 8 by 2, which is 4. 9 plus 1, 10 by 2, 5. Check. Sum of two consecutive numbers. 4 plus 5 is 9 or not? Everyone tell me. Is it clear? Do you want to see more example or it is enough? Everyone?
Yes.
It's enough, right? Okay. So n equal to 3, 3 square equal to 9. This is 4 plus 5. So here, more example we can see here. Let me show you one more example, right? And then another example we can see in exercise. If I take n equal to 4, 4 square equal to 16. So can I write 16 as 16 minus 1 by 2 plus 16 plus 1 by 2? No, sorry, I cannot take n equal to 4, my mistake. n is equal to 5, 5 square equal to 25, 25 minus 1 by 2 plus 25 plus 1 by 2. So 25 minus 1, that is 24 by 2 will give you 12, and 26 by 2 will give you 13. Is it clear? So 25 can be written as 12 plus 13. Okay. Please give me some response. Everyone got this? Right. Now see here next. Now, which of the following numbers can be expressed as sum of two consecutive integers? Find if possible. So your first number is 15 square. Okay. Now tell me, can it be written as, how you can check it is written as or not? If it is even or odd, 15 square is odd or even? Odd. Okay, so it is possible? Yes. So since it is odd, then yes, it is possible. And if it is possible, we need to find them. Okay. Now how we can find them? So first we will find 15 square. 15 square is 225, right? And before that you should write like this, that n square can be written as n square minus 1 by 2 plus n square plus 1 by 2. Right, now put value of n as 15. So 15 square is equal to 15 square minus 1 by 2 plus 15 square plus 1 by 2. Now what is the value of 15 square? 225. So 225 minus 1 by 2 plus 225 plus 1 by 2. Now 225 minus 1, that is 224 by 2. Okay. Plus 226 by 2. This is equal to 112 and this is equal to 113. So 15 square can be written as 112 plus 113. This should be our final answer. Everyone got this? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Everyone, right? 15 square equal to 112 plus 113.
Right.
In the same way, now who will tell me for n 23 square? Can I write this? 23 is even or odd?
Odd.
Odd. Yes. Is it possible for 23?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It is possible. Very good. So how we can write this? N square is equal to n square minus 1 by 2 plus n square plus 1 by 2 implies 23 square is equal to 23 square minus 1 by 2 plus 23 square plus 1 by 2. Now what is the value of 23 square, students?
529.
Very good. 529 minus 1 by 2 plus 529 plus 1 by 2. So 529 minus 1, 528 by 2. This is 530 by 2. So 528 by 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 6 are 12. So 464, and it should be 465. So 23 square can be written as 464 plus 465. Everyone got this? Easy or not?
Easy, sir. Clear.
Yes. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Now tell me, 112 square, can it be written as? Can I write down this 112 square? No. Why? Because it
No,
is
sir.
even number.
Because it is
Since
even.
it is even number,
Even number.
so no, it is not possible. Right. In the same way, what about 98 square?
Sir, we
Is it possible?
cannot find it, sir.
Yes. Right. So
It is also even.
possible. Yes. Even number. So no, it's not possible. Okay. Now question number 2. For question number 2, you have to write true or false. Question 1 clear or not, students?
Yes, sir.
Right, everyone. Now question number 2. Sir, 528 by 2 is 264. Okay. Oh, my mistake. I've taken this 464. Yes. Thank you, Samar. Right. Exactly. 2 2s are 4. And instead of writing 2, I have written 4. Okay. So 264 and 265. 264 plus 265. Yes, only with odd number we can do, right? Only with odd number we can do, not with even, not with even. Okay. Only with odd numbers. Next, question number 2. And see, now since every one of you are having this module, just take module with you. Whenever I am solving here every question, just sit with module with you, right, and write down in your notes. Chapter 6 is not there, okay, then no issue. When you can take print of chapter 6, okay. State whether the given statement is true or false, right? Just you have to tell me, is it true or false? Give example if false, and if it is false, you have to give example. Is the sum of any two consecutive positive integers the perfect square of number? Is the sum of any two consecutive positive integers, any two consecutive positive integers, the perfect square of a number? The perfect square of a number. So is the sum of any two consecutive positive integers the perfect square of a number? Right, just check true or false. Sum of any two consecutive positive integers. Any two means, suppose I'm taking 1 plus 2, 2 plus 3, 3 plus 4. So 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, 3 plus 4 is 7. Is it there? Is it a perfect square? No. But if I take 4 plus 5, so for 4 plus 5 it is 9, which is 2. Right. So it is true for few. It is not true for all. Okay, so is the sum of any two consecutive positive integers the perfect square? My answer should be false. And why it is false? Because it is not true for all. Okay, it is not true for all. Everyone got this? It is true for only few.
Yes.
Got it, sir.
Yes. Okay. Now question number 3. Express the following in form of a plus 1 into a minus 1 equal to a square minus 1. So you have to express the following in form of a plus 1 into a minus 1 equal to a square minus 1. See. Solution. Your first question is 59 square. Okay. Now see here how we can write this. Sorry. Okay. So here a is 59 or not? Just first identify a. Here a is equal to 59, isn't it? Now we have to write down this in this form: a plus 1, a minus 1 equal to a square minus 1. Okay. So here a plus 1 into a minus 1 is equal to a square minus 1. So therefore, if I put 59, 59 plus 1, 59 minus 1 equal to 59 square minus 1. 59 plus 1 is 60, 59 minus 1 is 58. So 60 into 58 is equal to 59 square minus 1. That's it. Right. और आपको कुछ नहीं करना है. This should be your answer. Are you getting my point? Students?
Yes, sir.
Everyone? Okay. So this should be your answer. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा आप फाइंड नहीं करना है. सी आपके सीनियर्स यहाँ पे क्या करते थे? राइट, आपके सीनियर्स इसको पूरा फाइंड करते थे. ओके, यहाँ पे 60 और 58 को मल्टीप्लाई करते थे. 60 एंड 58 को आपको मल्टीप्लाई नहीं करना है. माइंड वेल. ओके, हो जाएगा. इज इट क्लियर? ओके.
Yes, sir.
यस, मैक्सिमम बस आपको -1 इस तरफ ट्रांसपोज करके लिखना है. सो वो आपका +1 हो जाएगा. दैट्स इट. ओके. Okay. So therefore, you are lazy. Okay, this should not be there. Just a minute. I have to take your attendance as well. We have 2 minutes left, but let me show you few questions first. Okay. क्योंकि ये एक्सरसाइज के बाद बड़े बड़े क्वेश्चन शुरू होंगे, राइट? और ये 8 and 6 में ये और नेक्स्ट वीक चला जाएगा, राइट? हमें सिलेबस कवर अप करना है, ठीक है? लेट अस सी। और जो नई गाइडलाइंस आई हैं उसमें आपका फिनिश नहीं हुआ है, दैट मीन्स व्हाट आई कैन से, ये -1 इधर आ जाएगा तो +1 हो जाएगा। सो 60 × 58 + 1 = 59 square. So your final answer should be 59 square is equal to 50 × 68 plus 58 × 60 plus 1 or 60 × 58 plus 1. Is it clear? Please give me some response. Right, आप कोई भी फॉर्म में लिख सकते हो, आप कंफ्यूज ना हो इसलिए 60 × 58 लिख रहा हूँ। ओके, और आप पहले ही इसको सब्जेक्ट बना सकते हो। This should be your answer. What you can do here is, right, let me give you one more advice. Okay, so 60 × 58. Okay, see here. You can directly convert a plus 1, a minus 1 is equal to a square minus 1. So if -1 will come to this side, it will become +1. So a square is equal to a plus 1, a minus 1 plus 1. Is it clear? Right. Please give me some response. Is it clear or not? A square is equal to a plus 1, a minus 1 plus 1. Okay. Now, okay, great. So similar way, can you solve all the remaining examples? Right, in second, they are asking you about 99 square, then 26 square and 7 square. Can you solve this? Okay. And you can try question 4 with the help of algebraic identities, wait, that you don't have to try. Question number 4. So in homework, you have to try question number 4. This question, remaining questions of question 3, right? Question 3 or what? Yes. Then question 6, question 7, question 9, okay. So this you have to try. Okay, remaining questions I will show you, and in next class we will start square root of numbers, right? And we are going to see different methods: repeated subtraction, prime factorization, long division. It will try to finish 2 methods at least. Okay, because time is less. Where is my diary? Just a minute, I think diary is there. Okay, so okay, now let me take your attendance. Now about your new guidelines, right? So NCERT has published deleted portion. You are not having any deleted portion in class 8, isn't it? Like in class 8 there is no deleted portion, and we need to finish our syllabus till December end. No problem. आपके सीनियर्स में भी बहुत सारे एक्स्ट्रा क्लास लेने पड़े थे, बहुत सारे, जब उनकी एग्जाम थी, ये स्क्वायर रूट के एक्स्ट्रा क्लास एंड ऑल दिस। लेट अस सी, आप में ट्राई करेंगे कि ज़्यादा ना हो, रेगुलर क्लास नहीं खत्म हो जाए, विल ट्राई लाइक दैट। ओके, एंड वन मोर थिंग, न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी आई है, राइट? यू हर्ड अबाउट न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी? नहीं साफान, वो सब मैं ट्राई कर चुका हूँ, राइट? येलो इज नॉट गुड हियर, यू कैन सी if I'm taking this light yellow, this is almost same. तो फर्क पता चल रहा है? This is light yellow and this is light green. Okay. This is yellow. If I take yellow, so this is yellow, this is light yellow, and this is light green. Tell me, what you prefer?
Sir, yellow is better.
Yellow is better. Okay. For yellow, eyes are not straining. Your eyes are not straining for yellow. Okay. Okay, so let us try for yellow. Just a minute. Right, I'm taking your attendance now. Yes. So for new education policy students, right, everything is going to change, and this will be applicable when you come in class 10th. Okay. So your class 8 now, it is on old months, our regular schedule. 9th is also on our regular books. For 10th, when you will come in 10th, right, it is especially for you. When you will come in 10th, right, this is our 2021, this is our 2022. Okay, so you will come in 10th at 2022. So 22 to 23, you will have new books, new syllabus, new exam pattern. Are you getting my point? Right, it is applicable only for you. Okay, and after that, for each and every standard, it is going to change. Okay. Please give me some response. Do you know about this education policy a little bit? Even you can unmute yourself and tell me. Don't hesitate to ask. Okay, but don't worry. I'll guide you. Okay. Okay. Now give me your attendance, Rishi. See, 2 students are absent today, right? Just tell me which 2 students